Hi Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be looking at Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I'm going to do my Sidekick Saturday page for the first prompt of the year, which is belly band. And if you Google belly band, then you'll find that there is actually, or there was, a band called Belly, or I believe are from New York, who had 1 or 2 hits apparently. Anyway, also basically it's a wrap. So normally a belly band, you'll find it, say if you bought a stack of nice stationery, you know, there'd be a band to secure all the pages together and all of the envelopes together. That's what a belly band is, but obviously you can interpret it however you want to. You will find some of the products I'm using over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, shipping to UK addresses, and also at ecraftdesigns.com in the US, and also ecraftdesigns.eu. And you'll find details of all the products I've used in the description of this video. So it's a Sidekick, so we are using the Sidekick base pages, and it's going into my Sidekick planner, obviously. So what I've used it to cut the page out is, let me grab it, there's quite a few things I've used. This set here, which is 2029 Sidekick Essentials 27, which is the toolbox. I am going to be using this for other pages in my planner, but I've just used this for the base page. So you can see it cuts out a page here with some holes towards the right hand side, and you could actually put twine in there if you wanted to, or wool, or whatever you wanted, or you can just leave it like that, or you can actually snip it off and have like a postage edge if you want to. So it's quite versatile. So once again, that's 2029 Sidekick Essentials 27, the toolbox. And the papers I'm using, I'm actually using some of David's papers, which is Rustic Winter, which is an absolutely beautiful paper pad, and it's brilliant for winter time. Obviously that's why it's called Rustic Winter. So you see we've got, it's quite grungy, but it's quite neutral as well. But you'll see some of the pieces I've cut out, they've got snowflakes on there. You can just see a snowflake there as well. So lovely papers. So first of all, when I was actually cutting out some of my reinforcements from a double-sided adhesive sheet, I'd got this here, and I thought that's going to make a nice stencil. So I think we're going to stencil some dots in the background, because we can. So this is Weathered Wood Distress Ink, because I think this will tone in nicely. So we're just going to do some random dots here and there, and they won't show up necessarily. Oh, they do show up pretty well actually. Fabulous. We won't see that many of them because some of them are going to get covered up. But you know, rather than throw it away, it's a free stencil, isn't it? Let's have a few just up there in that corner there as well. Just be careful that you don't go over the edges, because then you'll get a solid line. That's fab, isn't it? I'm going to have some there as well. I like that. I'm going to keep going. Step away from the dots, Julia. Fabulous. Wonderful. Free. We like free. So obviously, if you think about how you do your die cutting, then you're going to get yourself a fab stencil. Let's get rid of some of that so we don't get any ink where we don't want it. Before I do anything else, I'm going to just ink around the edges with Scorched timber, because I shall forget otherwise, because that's what I'm like. So this is Distress Oxide. We're just going to go around the edges just to give it a bit of a definition. And I hope what's in my head will work. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not a integral part of the page, but as I want it to be the prompt, I hope it does work. Right. I'm liking the Scorched timber with that paper. It's fab. Just a little bit of grunginess on the edges. Okay, so I've cut myself a pocket out, and I've used the Pockets one to cut this out. Let's grab it. So it's this one here. Sorry about the paper. It's 2174 Pockets 1. And I've used this pocket here that's underneath there. And it is quite thick, the paper, so you have to kind of work at it. And I don't know where my bone folders have gone, actually. Pretend this is a bone folder. It does score it for you. Oh, I do want to stamp on it as well, so I'm going to open it out again in a minute. Oh, I do want to stamp on my background. See, I'm just remembering what I plan to do. I'm going to do a reading theme, because I'm going to just basically wrap the books I like and wrap the books I don't like together in my pocket. That's what the plan is. So using CSD374 The Bookstore, I'm going to stamp this stamp here at the top. I think lots of us read books in the winter. Mind you, I normally read a book before I go to bed, so it doesn't matter what time of day it is or what season it is. Is that straight? I think so. Treated myself to a new one of these, because otherwise you get sneaky peeks of the new collection. And we can't have that. I'd get into lots of trouble. So we are going to stamp this in black. So we've got a Nocturne Versafine Clair. Piece of sticky tape stuck to the back of it for some unknown reason. I love all these old kind of book signs. Let's go again, make it a bit darker. When you've got a more solid stamp, quite often you need to stamp it again. It's not actually necessary, because, you know, it is quite a grungy background, so it doesn't matter too much if it's not perfect. I've always got my excuses. I hope it didn't move. That's better. Happy with that. And then we're going to have, that's all the stamping I'm going to do on there, because a lot of it's going to get covered up. I'm going to get my pocket and open that out again. I'm going to have a couple of stamps on here actually. Now I'm remembering what I'm doing. Let's get rid of that. I think I'm just going to stamp New Chapter, because I've got my girlie already stamped and cut out. I love her. I think she's fabulous. That says library card. I don't want library card. I want Next Chapter. And I'm going to stamp this along this edge here. So we're going to bring that in there, and we're going to have Next Chapter just there. So let me see if I can get that straight. Pretty good that, yeah. Again, we're going for black because there's lots of black splodges, or dark grey splodges all over the paper, so black works really well. Ink. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not going to go again with that. And then the last little bit we're going to do is we're going to go into another stamp set. Which is Travels 2. CS373, and we're going to have a look at this. Actually, quite a few, I mean, like quality time would fit with this as well, because, you know, reading is quality time, isn't it? So we're going to have these fit around, oops, these fit around the pockets on pockets 1 and the pockets 2. I think this needs to go around there. I'm going to do this on a block so I can actually manipulate this a little bit more. On a block that hasn't got a stamp on it. So I'm just going to pull it out a little bit more. That's better. So obviously this isn't going on a platform, so I'm hoping that I stamp this well first off. Give it a chance to settle into the card. And up, yep. That's good to me. So we've got look at this and next chapter, and I think that's all the stamping we need to do. Okie dokie, so let's get a bit of tape on this. Oh, and I need to ink around the edges because where it's been folded, some of the papers, the cord has been revealed. We don't want to see that, we want to see some ink instead. Okie dokie, that's that. And I've got some tags from, I'll put that in a minute. We've got some tags, and these have been cut using tab 4 with tags, which is one of my most used stamp die sets. 2055 tab 4 with tags, and you get 5 different tags, and I've used the second smallest one. And you've got lots of reinforcers, and you've got your base page, which is a tab there, so it can be tab 4 or tab 3. Yes, because you can switch it over. Yeah. So let's think around the edges of these. Put my pocket on in a minute. And I've got a reinforcer, different reinforcer for each one. So don't forget, you can mix and match the dies from the full-size planner essentials and the stamps with the Sidekick collection. The only thing that doesn't mix is the base pages because of the size of the page and where the holes are. But you can definitely mix and match, and of course the same that goes with the Sidekick. You can use a lot of the elements from the Sidekick in the main planner, but not the base pages. That's really the only difference. And let's just go around the reinforcers. Should have done this beforehand, apologies. I do, when I remember, I do. And when I don't remember, I don't. It's funny that, isn't it? Okay, that's that. Right, we'll get the reinforcers on and then we'll put the pocket on and then we'll look at what else I'm going to do. So, the reinforcers, let's have, make sure I haven't got like with like. Let's have that one, no, yeah, that one with that one. Yeah, that one with that one and that one with that one, I think. Or that one with that one. Yes, let's have it that way. Yes. Right, they've got an indentation in the centre, which is a little bit tricky when the paper's quite thick, because this is, what's the GSM? 216 GSM, so it's a really good quality of paper. Cap of my glue. Hopefully this will be running. Are we running? Yes, we are. Let's just dust that off because this is quite a fine one. I do find actually putting reinforcers on sometimes makes these even thicker. If you're using paper, it's not a problem. So we just leave that one for now, and then I'll do the other side in a moment. And this one's got an indentation. Try and put that so I don't lose it. Come on. Of course, the beauty of glue is that you can move it, whereas double-sided adhesive, once it's on, it's on. You're going to really struggle to move it. Okay, that's the final one. It's the finishing touches like the reinforcers, which I think are fabulous. They're probably my favourite thing, reinforcers. I know a lot of you like reinforcers. Let's dab a bit more off. Probably getting glue on my fingers as I do it. Okay, that's that. Let's do the other side of this one. We can start having fun. Not that we're not already. Try and get rid of that. Top off some of that. And just hold it for a few seconds so the glue binds. The less glue you have, the quicker it binds. So, you know, it's definitely less is more. See, there's more glue on that one because I didn't wipe it off. Just making a point. I always find it hard to line it up on the back, but it is the back, so it's fine. Right, okay, so we've got 3 tags and we've got our pocket, so let's get our pocket on. Now we could have it so that the belly band went all the way around, but I'm not enclosing anything by doing that. I'll reveal my little plan in a moment. Oh, here's my little tape. I don't know if this is thin enough. Soon find out, won't we? Just about, if I'm precise. I've got some thin tape somewhere. That's the only thing I've got to get out is my thin tape. Where's the end? There it is. Oh, it's too thick. I'm going to have to find my thin tape. Okay, I've got some thin tape and I'm going to put glue on as well so I can move it if it's not straight. And the thicker tape that's on this side, I've just made sure I pulled back from the edge any extra tape that was hanging over so that it doesn't stop things from moving. And we're going to pop this about there, I think. Maybe that's straightish. Yep. That's where that's going. Like so. See, it's got glue on, so it's going to take a while to bind. So the idea is, or my thoughts were, that, where's my glue top? There it is. Was that I would have kind of, this little girl is going to go here. So actually, let's put her on there now, straight away. And then we'll look at what we're going to do with the belly band part of this. So I stamp first and then I die cut second using a die cut as a template, which I'll show you in a sec. I've shown it before on other videos. So where's my stamp set? There it is. So I have a die on the back here, which I've put on a little piece of magnetic sheet. Then I have a few of these. It's actually easier if it's black, to be honest, because it's quite hard to line it up like this. So what I do, pretend this isn't stamped, this isn't cut out. I pop this around my image, then add some low tack tape, then I slot the die in and then add a little bit more low tack tape to secure that, and then I run it through and then it comes out most of the time perfect. So I found that the easiest way to do it myself. but I know there's lots of other ways to do it as well. So she's on here. So it's looking good already. So what I was going to do, thought was I would have, say, a band that wrapped around books that I liked, and a band to wrap around books that I didn't like, which isn't very often. So I quite like Jill Mansell. I think she's kind of a what's it called? She's kind of a romance writer, I suppose. They're easy reads, and I like easy reads. So we're going to have this one here, and then there's a little bit of space underneath if I want to add a comment. And then on the back, I'm going to add another. I like this Jill Mansell as well. So this one was called Making Your Mind Up. The thing is, I read them and then almost immediately I forget what they're about. Because I have no memory whatsoever. So I can't actually tell you what they're about at the minute because I've forgotten. Because I've been to bed since I read those. So then this one is going to go here. So these I liked. And also this one, The People on Platform 5. I like this one. I remember this one. This is like a selection of people. There's a lady that's almost like an agony aunt for a newspaper. There's a young girl, a schoolgirl. There's a young lady who's in a relationship with somebody, and there's a young man who works in a hospital, and then there's an older guy who has been married for 20 or 30 years or something, and they've got from different backgrounds. Oh, and there's also what's it called, a shares dealer type person, and yeah, and they see each other on the train. They don't speak, and then all of a sudden one day they start to speak, and it's all about their relationships, and it's very good. And it made me laugh out loud at least twice while I was in bed at night, which is very weird. But that's good, isn't it? If a book makes you laugh out loud and all these different emotions, it works, doesn't it? So I do recommend The People on Platform 5 by Clair. It's the first book I've read of hers, and I really enjoyed it. So those are going to go together. And then My Dark Romeo. Well, less said about this, the better. Did not like this book. Didn't even finish it. Complete waste of my time. Hated it. But, you know, it's going in here as a reminder to never read anything like that again. There's a local coffee shop to us, and it has a book club. I don't go to the book club, but I do read what they're going to be reading, just in case I decide, you know, if I can't think about something to read when I finish my book. Sometimes I read what they're supposed to be reading, yeah. Anyhow, so my idea is that I'm going to wrap these up. So we are going to see if I can get it straight. Let's have a straight bit there, like that. So that's going to go like that. Then I'm going to score. Let's score with the ruler. I'm going to make it quite loose. I don't want it to be, because I might want to add some more. In fact, I should add some more. I'm going to score there. So then that will fold over like so. And then I'm going to score here. And then that will wrap over like so. Then I'm going to trim off, because I don't need all of that. I'm just going to trim off a bit there like that, and keep that for something else. And then I'm going to glue those two pieces together. And then these can come out. That's a belly band, okay? So let's add a bit of glue. Or you could add closures. Originally I was going to do this differently and I was going to add closures, but this is what I've decided on doing. Give that a minute to set. And I'm going to put on here, I've got some letters that I've cut out using the Pockets 2, which is 2175, the Pockets 2. You've got letters and numbers, and you've got big pocket, a small pocket, and also this is where the border's from that I've been using. Love this set. So I'm going to put on here, loved. So we know these are the ones that I really loved. L-O. That's not going to stick there. Don't know why I'm putting that back in there. What I like. Let's have it so that it's a little bit skew-iff, and then it won't matter if it's not 100% straight. Loved. It's also a reminder of what I've read, although it does tell me on the Kindle store what I've read if I've already read one. So those are loved, and there's room for some more. So obviously make it even bigger if you want to. Then this one, obviously this one's on its own at the minute, but it's going to have a band around it anyway. I think for me that makes more sense. And I've just cut another border out, and we'll have it so that the lighter area is there so that I can see what text I'm going to put. So again, I don't often dislike books because I'm quite selective about what I read. I know the sorts of authors I like, but sometimes I just think, oh, it's nice to try a different one, because I think the people on platform 5 might have been one of these recommendations from this coffee shop. Not a recommendation, but a read I'm going to do. And there was another one as well. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that. There's always somebody coming to the door when I'm doing something else. Right, so we can score down here. I have no idea what I was saying before. Oh yes, I do like to try different things, just in case. I'm trying to think of the other one. The other one was about a bookstore in Dublin. I can't remember the name of it. I have already shared a project with that one. But yes, I did enjoy that. Okay, so I've made it up a little bit shorter, but we'll just put a little bit of glue here. If you wanted to, you could, I mean, I know it's the back, but you could put an embellishment or something on it to make it look neater. So on this one, I'm going to not be rude about it, because I don't like being rude about things. So we're going to put not T. Hopefully this will fit. Not. And then we're going to have a, it will. F. Not a fan, that's what I'm going to put. Because that's not rude, it's better than saying you hate something, isn't it, really? because I mean I got about halfway through it, but I should have given up long before because I wasn't enjoying it before. But I just think, oh, sometimes I like to give things the benefit of the doubt, and I think, oh, well, I might like it as I get further in, but I didn't. Not a fan. Okay, loved and not a fan. Right, so these are then going to go in here. We can move the bands up a bit if we want to, so we can see them. And now go in there, like that. I wonder if they go down any further. Okay. Okay, that'll do. So I can still see my book thing up there. And we just finish off with some reinforcers. Should have some black ones in here. So these are the little reinforcers I cut out, which made me that wonderful dotty stencil. So that's my interpretation of the belly band for, oh, I've got to put the thingy, what's it on? The thing that says number 1, where am I going to put that? Alright, I think. Got any black ones yet? I have to be careful because some of these are brown, and that would really wind me up having a brown one with a black one. I like these little tiny ones, they're very useful. And this one actually cuts out, I think it's 14 at a time, which is very handy. Okay, that's, now I've got one of these paper clip things. Doesn't go that way, it goes that way, doesn't it? And we could put, I don't have to glue it, I don't want to glue it, just in case I change my mind, I want to put it somewhere else. We can put a number 1, again from the pockets 2, on here, like so, for prompt number 1 for the Sidekick Saturday belly band. What do you think? I'm happy with that. Yeah, do check out the what's ECD Planners and Journaling Facebook page, and there will be an album on there for Sidekick Saturday, and Esther, I believe, puts one on every fortnight when there's a new Sidekick Saturday. So this was from January the 11th. So the next one will be 14 days after that, which will be the 25th, I believe. So that should be the next Sidekick Saturday. But you'll see there is something pinned, I think, at the beginning of the ECD Planners and Journaling group that gives you all of the prompts for Sidekick Saturday. So you can actually work ahead if you want to, or if you've missed one, you can go back and add them. So do like, subscribe on my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and full list of what I've used is in the description and where you can actually buy them. And thank you for watching.